with um, some info plugged into it. Um, but it doesn't have like the thumbnail. Um, just have a tag, so I have to add all that manually still. So it's gonna take a few minutes for me to. Um, Please, I'll have something of a template to work off of. So there we go. I'll go into part 50 of Pixels Plays Persona 5 Royal. I want to talk a little bit about gaming news while we're here. Um, Recently, Microsoft bought ZeniMax, which owns Bethesda and id Software and a bunch of other things. I'm not sure I can say that other people haven't already, but I'll just uh, say that points I want to hit upon are that uh, it's interesting because I think there's what's on IGN or something that like said like they like read the requirement about like what this means for the PlayStation 5 exclusive game. And I'm like, if you know anything about the industry at all, or about the way these kinds of deals work, um, about contractual obligation, um, yeah, that's still going to happen. Um, I think they're prime exclusives, but they're still like exclusives. So, um, that's still probably going to happen unless Microsoft is willing to both swallow the um the um the breach of contract fee, as well as destroy Bethesda's reputation. Um, you know, to some extent, you know, because I mean it's Ellie. I'm recording now. Yes, I know you're cute. We can get up here if you want. But yeah, as far as the future of their franchises, um, I'm fairly certain that almost, I mean, it's hard to tell with Starfield in particular. Um, Starfield is a little bit up in the air. 'Cause it is a new IP. Um, and all the press that I've heard so far, it's you know, they're saying like it's coming to PC and Xbox One. Um, they don't mention PS5, but I mean, of course they're not mentioning PS5. Um, when they're like, when they're talking about their acquisition of the company, they don't want to talk about how it's coming to PlayStation 5. Um, might still, um, I mean, kind of hopefully, I mean, because it's dubious whether or not I'm going to be able to upgrade my graphics card. And the PS5 will be more powerful than my current graphics card, at least in some areas. It will be able to do ray tracing. I'll, I mean, I had to get the SSD or upgrade my current SSD, which is going to be a bit of a hassle because that's where I have my Windows installations, put on. So I had to figure out how to transfer it. um, or potentially just use the SSD to replace my. Um, I mean, the other option will be to use the SSD as a replacement for my uh, main hard drive, which is possibly an option. Um, they still have to transfer anything over. Um, but anyway, Ellie, don't chew on cords. How many times would they tell you? Do not chew on cords. They're not there for you to chew on. Ellie, I can't play with you right now. I'm sorry. I can't, I don't have anything for you. I, I hate to be mean to my cat on stream. Not actually hurting her, but he's hurting me. Ellie, please just let me scream. I can't find some pretty toys for her. You've got one too. You've got your cave, you've got your mice. We were having so much fun with your mice earlier. Mhm. Well, you have fun with your mouse and your cube. Or bring the mouse to me. Ellie, what am I supposed to do with you? You throw him one. Don't bring it back to me or don't, or whatever. Anyway, I mean, there's a chance that Starfield will be Xbox One PC exclusive. I'll still be able to play it. I may not have the same graphical bells and whistles unless I actually upgrade my PC. Um, which again is going to be expensive, and I currently don't have an option to. Like, I may hopefully eventually have an option to get a PS5 with payments. Um, for Big Hut, but uh, I currently figured out it's not offer like actual graphics cards with payment options, and I don't think even you can get like I think maybe some external SSDs, but no internal SSDs. Um, so like they don't have computer hardware. They have computers. So that's where I got my current computer. But they don't have computer hardware. So yeah, at least that's I checked. Did you have the Oculus Rift on there though? Which is tempting, but like I'm trying to, you know, I don't want to get like different super expensive things at the same time. Um, or around the same time. Um, but anyway, as far as the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, I'm not sure those will become exclusives. Um, because there's a big fan base and they're spread across many platforms. So, um, they could be time exclusives. They could have exclusive elements. I don't know. Um, so a lot of people are speculating that this is not going to be a you know they're in to make money off of you know their IPs and technology and what have you. They're not necessarily in it to um, snag some exclusive IPs. They might build new exclusive IPs, but yeah. Heck, at this point, we might actually see a follow-up to Fallout New Vegas besides the Outer World. Um, because now you own both Obsidian and Bethesda, so anyway, in show news, I looked at how long Resistance Fall of Man takes to beat, and uh, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to handle it. It could spill over into the following month, into November, um, if I decide to do it. Um, but I could be looking into some other options. I kind of need to check my Xbox 360. I haven't really like actually plugged it in and hooked it up since I moved here. Because I have a fairly extensive digital library on there as well. I really want to look into like what all my options are, especially like for potentially like rearranging my current list um, of games. I might add some things, remove some things. Uh, I had to look at my Wii U and like what my library on there is like. Um, but yeah, like it can start potentially like streaming Resistance Fall upon. No, not streaming. When I say streaming, I said recording. But the problem is I had to like unhook the PS4 and plug in the PS3, and I had to go through um the HDMI splitter too. Um, to get it around the HDCP. Um, the hassle like when I'm recording to have one thing plugged in, and then when I'm streaming, having a different thing plugged in. So, um, hopefully, I can get uh this game done by mid-October at the latest. Even then, I want to get done even sooner because I want to start recording in advance. Um, so like this is gonna be an extra incentive to uh, try and get through this as quickly as I can and stream as often as I can to um, wrap this up so we can move on to Dragon Quest VIII, which I'm going to be doing for my PC via emulation. I do have proof that I own a physical copy of the game, so which makes it ever so slightly more legal, or maybe ever so slightly less illegal. I don't know. Depending on how you it does make it more ethical. So anyway, yeah, our ability to go out and do things is limited because bullshit. I don't believe we were mementos.
Oh.
So I can do some things.
I see. Okay.
So we can make things for battle. These should probably actually like, may very well be good to have, potentially. You can make a big dope bomb.
Yeah.
For leftover liquid mercury. Let's switch back to battle. Happy bomb. That's bliss damage. Okay. I have tons of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like how many tools I have left to be able to craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm so super proficient that I can like craft all this shit. Although I wish I had a memory for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, wind damage.
Yeah.
I got an extra one.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I pick one of each of everything else. Dang it.
Yeah.
Probably could have made 3 of each from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of wish I just had a make multiple or make many features so I could like, okay, I want 1 of this, 2 of this, and 2 of this, and 2 of this. Like rather than having it be like, okay, I'll make this and I'll make that. Like quality of life features.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not getting better. I've already gotten to the best, so I can't get better.
Nice.
I can have prizes for that,
Well then. The day has come. Are you all prepared?
What of the calling card, Makoto?
I showed it to Sis. She took it from my very own hands. Makoto.
I understand how you feel, but you mustn't be so downtrodden.
Yeah, if we screw this up, we're done for. It's way more than losing the place we belong. We can even lose our lives here, you know.
It'll be
Literally
alright.
or figuratively.
I want to save my sister, no matter what. Has everyone decided? Mm-hmm. All's well that ends well. So much has happened since we first started. You guys have become quite the reliable team. Alright, Joker. This is the Phantom Thieves' final heist. Give us the signal.
Let's do this. We're just gonna leave from here and walk all the way down to the courthouse in the other section of the city. Why couldn't we have just taken the subway and warped here normally? Okay, we need to rest for a while before we actually. What? What's that doing? I mean, no, it's a transitional effect, but yeah, it's like, it seems to imply that we
Alright, let's get moving.
all the navigation is right here.
I'll just add this.
Let's go.
Go to the members? Or? No, we're going down. What's up? Oh, I think we just go for the freaking bridge. I just like 2 days ago. I shouldn't be. There are tons of
It's somewhere.
That's interesting. It didn't respawn the treasure. I mean, like the like the treasure chest. But I mean, like the actual treasure.
Whoa!
What's the treasure? It seems she came just as I had planned. As she planned? No, was the treasure put on display to lures here? That's why we could faintly see its shape. First up, allow me to compliment White, voice acted. I never expected you to be able to make it this far. I'd much rather have a treasure than your words of praise. Where did you hide it? Come, we should put it into it. It's once and for all. It seems as though she wants us to pursue her. Damn it, she's mocking us. Let's go after her.
I can see it. Do you have a moment?
It was like they take us to Sai-san's location. Is everyone ready to go?
Yes!
Duh. This will protect you no matter what it takes.
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
Once again, projector technology has existed since past life too. I mean, granted, I guess it is kind of complicated in some ways, but really? I mean, heck, here you could just literally put her like an enlarged version of her. Like you don't need to have projector technology here. Fixed camera angle. Have like the CRT texture overlaid here, and then her model sort of enlarged behind it. Like, seriously, why this is so immersion breaking? Like, we see it's a motion picture. It's not like she's just projecting a picture of her mug for us to see. And maybe that's what she's doing. We're just like saying, she's in the same room.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle.
How are they gonna mess up?
Why don't we begin?
And then, of course, the cutscene is actual video.
This?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now come at me!
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone. Be on alert!
May the best player win!
All right, let's do it!
Something tells me there'll be a lot of RNG in this battle. I'm not sure why. It's just a suspicion I have.
It's time. Samonte! Ravage them!
Get ready! Take this!
We even
My wrath.
I can't like it's hitting.
Persona!
I just don't see any extra impact on her health.
May the best player win.
Bet HP.
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives.
Well, it could also be rigged, like everything else.
Of course, acts of
Sure, it's even
violence
worse.
are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
But that's we're fighting. That is an act of violence. I'm sorry. That's the whole point of us having combat. I don't know if you're aware of this, but yeah, we're fighting. That's not.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
What's the plan?
Well, I mean, I don't think we have the option to spin roulette, so.
Persona! Go down!
Ah, so you've broken the rules. In that case, it's time you be penalized. Cheaters get punished.
Joker, are you alright?
Wow.
This is the penalty?
Those who cannot follow rules are not to be tolerated. That is simply how society operates.
Joker, your health is low. Watch out. This one.
I guess we see the guard.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into. Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring that up, she'd just ignore us. We should go along with the game for now, and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
I agree.
What pockets will fall into before your turn begins. Your bonuses will be applied to the enemies or your allies depending on the outcome. Carry bonuses will be given for more difficult. I know this has been itching this entire time. Consider the full battle will determine how you place your bet.
Well, how will you bet?
How should I bet? Oh, I should probably start with a paper though. Well, it's always red.
Have you made your decision? Then let's see the results.
Huh.
We lost.
Does she really need
Have
that?
you figured anything out, Joker?
It slid over to the. I totally have.
How is she doing it?
There's a glass lid. The pockets are drawn. I don't think that was that what it looked like. I'm not sure what glass lid is, but it's sliding over to the glass lid.
See, you're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second there.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have someone snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
Let us expose her treachery. Leave it to me. I won't miss the mark.
Yeah, he is a professional sniper.
This is how it's done.
May the best player win.
That money.
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed. That must mean the betting changes every time.
I guess we got ignored.
The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette spin.
Very well, time to make your bet. Well, how will you bet?
I guess maybe.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time. What?
Joker! What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating! You coward! What are you so quiet for? Say something!
Shut up! Shut up!
Excuse her ultimate form.
Sis?
She can literally poke someone's eye out with those things.
Cheating? Unfair? Silence! This is my world! I am the law! I am everything!
Oh.
No one in this world deserves to win except for me! If you still dare to defy my justice, then prepare to be totally crushed!
This is my sister's true nature? No! We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
What? The roulette panel's changed?
Little punks!
Go! Power up!
Face Taiba.
Way more powerful than before.
Persona!
Don't underestimate her.
Ravage them!
Yeah, I'll actually see a little bit of an effect.
Go!
Yep, there we go.
Persona!
She may have had like infinite health.
Everywhere!
You gotta watch them! Persona! Prepare yourself!
My justice has revealed to me. I must decimate these evil minds that defy me. Ah! That is right.
You might be about to use psychokinesis.
It's time. Not this.
Sai Leviathan Najima.
Persona!
Colossal.
I'm not done. You're mine.
It perception 2. Physical damage. Great.
What's the plan? I'm using it!
Manifest! Get out!
Resist the holy damage.
No holds barred. Hands on the ground. Die on my blade. Joking. Panthers on the ground.
Whoa.
Panther's in bad shape. Watch out.
Ravage them!
Panther back up. Start the counterattack. Get ready.
Behave yourself.
Resist the fire. Oh.
Persona!
Resist the curse damage too.
Hey, the opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Resistance to
Persona!
no matter what I do, it's gonna, or no matter what she does, it's gonna be resistant though.
Persona! Prepare yourself.
Only victory matters. To guarantee it, you have to be willing to do anything. Doesn't might make right? No matter what happens here, I need to keep winning.
Why?
Take this! Don't dodge, damn it!
Let's go. There!
Ah!
Persona!
Apparently I don't have the ability to. It might be from maxing out the yeah, it's probably from maxing out the other like one confidant.
Ready when you are.
Actually, I could remove her fire resistance.
I'll use my persona.
How about this?
I don't know if that changed her resistances too.
Support's on the way. The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless. Can you pick up the air horde? Persona!
Oh, pure flux Theodine. Well, time switcher out. Waste my other turn. Oh yeah, I can't just keep the fucking. I don't know if that works with. I'm not sure she has the. There's some resistance with the reflect. I'm not sure about Granted, I think that might actually change. Oh great, now it's doing all my damage.
What in the world?
I'm right. I'm always right. That's why I have to be the victor. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Don't stand in the way of my victory!
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Okay, so she has different resistances depending on. Yeah, if we talk about you, do that thing again, please. Thank you. No, you're not doing it. Why? We need it now. We didn't need it before. We need it now. Why aren't you doing it when we actually need it?
Okay,
I appreciate it.
my thanks.
Much obliged. Persona! Behold!
Persona!
You gotta watch them! I'll use my persona!
Die on my blade!
Persona!
I'm very grateful! Persona!
Persona!
Persona! Out of our way!
Die, die, die!
Are you okay?
Die, die, die!
Bro's got some moves!
Persona! Go down!
Sorry to make up for that little slip! Come! Shall we?
Taste my wrath!
Persona!
I think he has a bird phase.
Prepare yourself!
It's interesting, but also kind of.
Just need to win. As long as I can win. That's all that matters.
Sis!
Die, die, die!
Can someone heal her?
It's time. Ravish them!
Yeah, a little disappointing, but not that much disappointing. I guess. Like, at least it's not, like, terrible, like, you just bottom play.
Power courses through me.
I gotta use this next time!
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Quiet!
That's part of her, okay?
Sorry.
We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations? Twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves.
Back to your real work now. It's fascinating. I mean, being a detective.
Yes. And you all shall end this Phantom Thieves business. That was part of the promise after all. Don't forget.
Alright, we don't need to stay here any longer. Are you alright? I am. Let's go. Huh? Enemy readings! When did they... They're gathering outside!
For real? What the hell's going on?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't look good. We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on here?
Well, public perception of us is bad? Maybe?
There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be done for if we get surrounded. A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy. No, that's too dangerous.
I'll do it.
Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet, but once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer.
Besides, it's
I'm
destiny.
sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Please don't do anything.
And if I do die, it's game over and we start over until I don't die.
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back. We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more are coming!
This truly is a painfully reluctant parting.
It seems we had best hurry.
We'll see you later.
There's someone here.
Hey, up there!
He's here. Move it immediately.
Good. Now get running!
This is our only
Just switch costumes quick here.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. What was that? Don't worry about us. Just concentrate on getting away. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that smoothly.
This happens because you have no...
So welcome to our playthrough of Persona 5,
Run, get out of there!
Part 1.
The enemy's focus is on him. Looks like... Everyone remember where we're meeting up? No worries, I can guide you all.
Stop right there! Get away!
Take him down, Joker!
It looks a little different than I remember, right? Then again, it's been a while, so...
I am Arsene, another you that exists within. Ah, we meet once again. You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you!
Comparing power levels. No threat. Get him, Joker.
Persona!
Do I actually have Arsene? Probably not. Just a little cameo.
Go down!
Everyone
Oh,
else,
thank you.
to position.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here. Good. You defeated them with ease. More of them? Be careful! Joker, behind you! Go through that door! You should be able to get out that way. Hurry!
Dude, can you even hear us?
Don't worry, I'm picking up everyone's voices. Just go, Joker! Wait a sec. What the? I'm getting a weird reading heading your way! Come on, run!
I still haven't figured what the hell she's doing here, other than she probably suspected what we were doing, since, you know, since like we mentioned like the date she wanted us to meet with work.
I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Huh? What?
We flip the tutorial all over again.
Alright.
Which is redundant to begin with because we still had to unlock the abilities over the course of the game, so
Joker, stop! It's an enemy right near you! Even you can't take on this many.
should we try?
Huh? Joker, that weird reading from earlier is closing in on you too!
I'll end this right now.
Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Let's do this, Senpai!
The enemy readings have decreased? That's...
It's been a while since we last fought side by side. But this time, it's my turn to come to your aid, Senpai. Now let's win this!
It's time.
Ravage them! Go!
Leave it to me! Mondrian!
Oh, she's auto for some reason.
Too late to be sorry. I think that's the last of them.
I genuinely have no clue what just happened, but I take it you're okay? Wait, bad news. Enemy backup's headed your way. You need to book it right now.
Please go. I'm going to make it harder for them to track you down. You still have something you need to do as a Phantom Thief, right? Then I won't stop you. Since I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves, I'm in no position to interfere. However, please don't forget the promise we made, okay?
Joker, you need to get out of there. Go, go, go!
All right, let's do it.
My nose was threatening to make me sneeze.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor's completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
See ya.
You can talk?
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him!
Legit!
Still struggling. Suspect secure.
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Who could it have possibly been? It was harder, wasn't it?
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
Damn you, Haru. Safely deciding to get today, the story will progress greatly soon. Would you like to save now? Well, I'm sorry, I had to, due to Atlas' orders, we cannot stream past this point. That was, I don't think that actually.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come
He's a loose
on.
cannon!
What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Well, did I say the first time? Of course not.
So you're not that dumb. Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. I see. I need your hand to sign this, but I don't care if you end up losing a leg. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
So how about I give you the finger, and you give me my phone call?
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction.
Don't give me any of this jurisdiction crap.
Besides...
You prosecutor-san Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
You know, just like 3 days straight without any interruption.
It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Totally not evil, Igor.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up.
The hundreds of hours.
I do have a
Or
suggestion.
100 plus hours.
Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
A deal?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Nope.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
Very innocent people. I did it all by myself. All by myself.
So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in?
All by myself.
Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
Nope, not a country. That's impossible. I don't even have a choice here. I was gonna.
So Goro Akechi wasn't
Nope.
one of you. Very well.
One of us. One of us. I mean, not one of us. Not one of us. And by us, I mean
So
me.
be it.
All
You
by
clearly
myself.
have no intention of bargaining with me.
I already know what. Okay, switch. Get all the copyright claims.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them?
Goes against justice.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
You call this justice?
Justice?
Together, we can become justice.
Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Saving others.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm.
Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth.
You bastard!
The truth, huh? I
This
don't
drugs
even
may
know
be a
what's
little
right
loopy.
anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
What about the true culprit?
After all this, you're still...
The drug is starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
I won't be deceived. I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey.
A conversation about pancakes.
Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up.
Pancakes. Give me pancakes. Do not deny my request for a last meal.
But unfortunately, my time has run out.
What, all
Although I
100
find
hours
your
of
story
it?
to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Giving up?
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Interrogation room. That's right, if I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Do you know this place?
Do you mean this interrogation room? Why wouldn't I know about it? What an odd thing to ask. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Pulled out. That's right. The place that you're 5 is sold out. I'm sorry I've done this. How could they have been so incompetent in the pre-ordering? Right, there's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
All right.
Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I want to make a deal with you.
Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
Phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Him?
one the others should have told you. I'm talking about the true culprit here. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the true culprit.
True culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Hear this.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Not a teammate.
Not a teammate? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
You need to trust me.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
She decides finally understands me.
I am thou. Thy bond shall be. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate.
That was weird. The audio cut out briefly there. Whoever is camera, you fight for justice and seek the truth. Okay.
All right. All right.
Looking up you.
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though? Akechi-kun? Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
Of course they did.
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves.
Dun dun dun!
Who am I supposed to show this to? My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman.
Oh, that's a different kind of portrait.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
We finally found it, the smoking gun.
Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
What a foolish end.
Hmm?
This is the fake forensic evidence because yeah.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
That's a step too far.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, it can't be. Even me,
it!
Hey, you don't take the Lord's name in vain! You will be smacked! See? That's what you get.
What was all that about, showing him this phone?
I mean, granted, every other thing, every other time that someone uses the name in vain is like Ryuji should have had that happen to him several times over, but
The Phantom
whatever.
Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice. Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
You must have recorded him.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him? What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who is...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. Defeated the one behind all this is just a minor.
Considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal, right?
He's just a high school student. How do you think
he was contacting the others. The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actually,
Ari Baba.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still
You should just chill, don't throw your life away.
the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
Can't really.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has
Permission to
committed
kill.
suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It would be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
Shitting me.
Yep, it's JK. Oh well.
It would seem as though you have been killed.
What a foolish end indeed.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
I feel we've already pieced it together. Thank you. The first time I sensed something was off. That's right, it was during the school festival.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
We can't trust him.
My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
Heads are going back to the cliff.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
We should be careful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get everyone on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation.
Really?
That'll be tough.
Come on. You want my lamp, right? You can get my lamp. You can do it, Futaba.
I agree. I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So it's impossible even for you.
Well, Ellie, thought you wanted to hang. I'll pet you at least. That's my cute kitty.
I didn't say it was impossible.
You're gonna leave me after all.
I've got a plan. That's perfect.
Keeping it a secret?
Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Tava's going to jump me? I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Memories are starting to become clear. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. Dun 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 dun. Here's what really happened. Hell yeah. Now, had to come back. Or the rest of one of the fans. No way. I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserves to die. I hope he burns in hell. You can probably breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. I'm exhausted. It feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Could this be effective at drug wearing off? Memories I thought were gone are starting to come back.
Are you listening?
I am.
Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Hey! He suddenly has a mental shutdown.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
How have you been?
Rumors of my death has been really exaggerated. I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell Boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Yes.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Monkey's brains! Well...
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Meow.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Keep going it.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Now, granted, this is like much later in the game, so like, unless you like knew about it before or have a good memory, you'd probably be like, "What the heck is this thing about pancake?"
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
We got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. Let me see. We could say he's public security questioning.
Is this for real?
For real.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Forge the forensic reports.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous when he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
That brings back memories.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
It was a great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
Why isn't she, her eyeline, like, facing Sai?
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We didn't actually steal her heart.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Oh no, she's belly up here.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush.
Did we expect it because we heard it from Akechi, though?
As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
So you did it,
And
otherwise the
getting
palace would
captured
crumble.
by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And
Right, I
been
think
interrogating
Akechi-
him with no knowledge of this.
I mean, Akechi might be fully aware of like what happens when you destroy a palace, but he was kind of there when we dealt with Okumura. So, like that's a minor plot hole, but it's kind of there. I mean, we didn't exactly discuss the palace that fall apart, and Akechi may not have cared enough to do the research or whatever, or to listen that carefully, or to whatever.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive worlds interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Like she used the laptop to remotely access the metaverse, allowing her. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
My other hand is being blocked by a kitty. It's a kitty! It was you all along. It was a kitty. Well, it may have been a different kitty, too. There's only one kitty here. It must have been Morgana!
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
I couldn't see it either.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
I mean, it wasn't that short. I was.
I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
It's fake.
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
Yep.
That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
It was a breeze.
How tough are you?
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Also, I had to get the game prop for like making part of the ending very easy. Because like in Persona 4, I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, I was using a guide, personally, but like, it's a similar thing in a way. It's basically the general gist of getting the true-ish ending, or like the first like good ending, I guess, of Persona 4 is to just be skeptical that like you've actually figured things out. Here it's just don't sell out your friends. It's a very simple principle, and once you realize that's what you're supposed to do, you know everything else is, you know, rather easy.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
It's not like, you know, pick this dialogue option, Then pick the dialogue option. And pick the dialogue options. Just like avoid dialogue options that set out your friends.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Military appointment updated. Judge Hirakawa.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
Let's put it into the app.
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji?
You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
Yes, Ryuji, for real.
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this. Just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
It's a diet building?
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Well, what does he see the diet building as? We have to.
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge!
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Lucky me.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal. Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Yeah, everybody but you.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy.
Exposition. Yeah, this part I think kind of bugged me a little bit when I first played it, because it's kind of, ism here.
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Okay, enough about that. As you know, scene.
How do I put this?
Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
She's right, let's take it easy for today.
So.
Oh, by the way, police report on your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Chief Prosecutor Najima worked out some kind of deal with the higher ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
How do I put this?
I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. Hey, no biting. We're glad you're back safe and sound, even after putting it too lately. You had it rough in there, didn't you? Don't worry about it. Kechi's after you along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. Thanks to your tenacity, we were able to pull him. It's payment time, let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thief.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy.
How so?
Remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
I'll just add this.
Paris did go to Thieves' Den. Unlock some things to wrap things up. And first we gotta go talk to everyone, because once we have stuff. Overcome failure at any cost, even if it means betraying others. Clever thing that was our family's model, but I still don't agree with it.
You're right.
Yeah. It's said that their lives are so ruled by gains and losses that they lose sight of their personal relationships. So many people's feelings were sold enough to So many people's dreams are sold at the hands of Mother Ame. I wonder if one of those figures represents my mother. Hard to say. We managed that it's Mother Ame guy's heart, right? I figure Rama's grateful for that. I know she is. Futana. Yes, you're right. I feel the same. It might be. Okay, here we go.
Oh man.
You see, I've tried stuff since we found the Phantom Feed, but man, the Battle of Entitlement? Whew. Yeah. What kind of idiot would create a Battle of Entitlement and deliberately have things in there designed to waste your time? Randomly. And plus all those enemies that would charge us and self-destruct so hectic.
Yes.
You can throw scumbags at us all day, but never want to fight someone who's being forced to bring in. I never want to fight it. Really?
I knew you could do it.
Big guys, show off your skills on the tummy, didn't you, Futaba? Yeah, cracking that thing was a lot of fun. Wish I could have gotten full control, though.
No.
Being as far as you did was really quite impressive. I have to admit it, but the rest of us never done that. I hope we can rely on you for similar tasks that may come up in the future. Nothing. A super hacker has you covered.
Wait.
When I first saw her path, I was like, she's crazy. But to talk to her, I realized she wasn't that bad at all. Indeed, I could see how she and Makoto's elder sister. They share a strong sense of justice.
It's just...
Despite all that, she still felt like she had no choice but to cheat. Maybe his kids aren't the only ones who put up a being wrong. Also, you're saying some of the adults we faced were actually suffering just as we have. And there's a ton of other then we have more calling cards that we can't really read. Hitachi Yakisoba. Exceptional art. then JG could play the Survive 613 cover. Now you've got to find it on eBay. You get the music play, but that's also like that. I think for copyright claim somehow.
I should write something.
Where's my Ellie gone to? Oh, I'm gonna find it when I'm done. First, I'm gonna head to our wall of patrons. Your name could be here if you contribute as little as $1 per month. In addition to that, you'll get to place your contribution toward any one of these games. The list may be changing by the time you actually watch this. So for more information as well as updated list, go to patreon.com/pixelplay. And of course, there's a whole bunch of other things you do that'll just take a few seconds of your time, so please consider this as well. Thanks to your producer, McMahon. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.